Jones. I'm a family nurse practitioner student at Herzing University. Today I will be doing a comprehensive head-to-toe assessment on Miss Amanda Smith. She's a 23-year-old female. Prior to starting this assessment, I got a height on Miss Smith, a weight. I got vital signs on her, and I calculated her BMI, which was within normal limit. At this time, I'm going to have Miss Smith ambulate to the table so we can assess her gait. Her gait is within normal limit. Now you can see right here. So today, as we examine Miss Smith, I'm going to ask her a series of questions about her past medical history, which is a part of the assessment also. Miss Smith, are you in any pain today? No. Okay, Miss Smith is not in any pain. Do you have any allergies? No. She has no known drug allergies. Are you on any medication? No. She's not on any medication. What about your past health history? You've been hospitalized for anything? All right, you do have one child, right? Okay, so she's gravid of one, para of one. When was the last time you had an oral intake? Food or drink? About an hour ago. Okay, our last oral intake was about an hour ago, and she's in no acute distress. As Ms. Smith, you can see that she is completely oriented, so a level of consciousness, awake, alert, oriented ×3. Her face is without blemishes, no pimples, her skin has no discoloration, no pimples, no breakdowns, so her skin is intact. We look at her hair is full, it's thick, it's evenly distributed, and so from there I'm going to assess her skull. And to do this, I'm going to just go in and just take a look. And what we're looking for, we assessing for any palpable masses or nodules, and there seems to be no palpable masses or nodules in Miss Smith's hair. And from the hair, I'm going to assess her nails. So let's see your nail beds. Her nails are slightly brown, they're convex. Checking our capillary refill time, and it seems to be less than 3 seconds. It returns with the blanch test. It returns to its normal state within 3 seconds. I'm going to test her skin turgor. Her skin turgor is also within normal limits. It's within 3 seconds. So after we assess Miss Smith's nails, her skin, I'm going to look at her eyebrows. Her eyebrows are evenly distributed, the hair is even, they're symmetrical, no lesions or anything, they're thick, and they look symmetrical to me. From her eyebrows, we go to her eyelashes. Her eyelashes are evenly distributed, no signs of any infection or anything like that. The next thing we're going to assess is her eyelids. I'm going to get my gloves. You always want to use precautions when assessing any orifice that could introduce infection or anything. So when we look into our eyelids, we see variable capillary beds or pink, evenly distributed, no signs or symptoms of infection, discharge, or anything like that. And so now we're going to assess cranial nerve number. Okay, let's do cranial nerve number 1, which is the olfactory nerve. We're going to assess her sense of smell. And for that, I'm going to use two different aromas. Aroma number 1 and aroma number 2. And I'm going to ask Ms. Smith to close her eyes and tell me what she smells as I cover one of her nostrils. I'm going to place it on a Q-tip so that I can allow Ms. Smith to smell. Okay, close your eyes for me. Okay, breathe in. Breathe in. Okay, tell me what you smell. Okay, now we're going to assess the other side using the And so we have our second fragrance. And let's breathe in. Okay, tell me what you smell. Okay, so cranial nerve number 1 is intact, and that's the olfactory nerve. On the first one, she smelled vanilla, which was one of my aromas, and the second one was lavender. So the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna test cranial nerve number 2. And for cranial nerve number 2, which is the optic nerve, we're gonna do the smelling test. And for the smelling test, we're gonna have Ms. Smith to read this chart. And on this chart, we'll test her visual acuity. So Ms. Smith, can you read like the second line for me?
TF,
Okay, the next one?
CFTZ,
Okay, the next one?
LOPDE,
Okay, the next one?
NTFLCZ,
Okay, the next one?
FEZPDT,
Okay, and the last one?
ECTPNL.
Okay, so with the smelling chart, this is the smelling chart. We have just assessed cranial nerve number 2, which is her visual acuity. So what that means is Ms. Smith, the top line is the distance, and the bottom line is the normal eye vision. So Ms. Smith's vision is 20/20 bilateral. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I forgot one thing. I forgot to have Ms. Smith to read it with her eyes covered. So can you cover it with my eye? Okay. Read the lines.
E,
Yes.
TLNPD, CFTZ, LOPDE, NTFL, CZ, PEZ.
You can start over.
FEZPDT,
Okay. I'm sorry.
ECI,
Mhm.
FHN.
Okay. Now we're gonna do the other eye. So that was her right eye. So we're gonna do the left eye.
ETLP, NPD, CFTZ, LOPDE, NTFL, CZ, FEZPDT, ECTPNL.
Okay, good. So that was, thank you, Ms. Smith. That was cranial nerve number 2. Okay, cranial nerve number 5 is what we're gonna test, and that's the trigeminal nerve, and it tests the sensory nerves of the face, and it also tests the corneal reflexes. So with this cotton tip, I'm gonna touch the cornea, and she should blink. And we also gonna test her sensory nerves to slight pain. So I'm gonna touch her skin slightly with this, with her eyes closed, and she'll tell me if she feels anything. So this is trigeminal nerve number 5, which is cranial nerve number 5. And I'm gonna ask you to close your eyes, open it, and her eyes should. Okay, her eyes blank, and that's how we check her corneal reflexes. Now we're gonna ask you, Ms. Smith, can you close your eyes for me? And just tell me if you feel me touching, and where do you feel me touching it?
Cheek.
Okay, so we've assessed, you can open your eyes now, we've assessed cranial nerve number 5, and the next one we're gonna test is cranial nerve number 6, which is the abducens, and it's gonna check the lateral movement of the eyeballs. And we're gonna use this pen, and we're gonna ask her to follow me as we do the 6 cardinal gazes. So with this pen, I just want you to follow me, and this checking our lateral movement. So just follow your eyes, just look at where the pen goes. Okay, so her cranial nerve number 6 is intact, which is her abducens nerve. The next one we're gonna check is cranial nerve number 7. Cranial nerve number 7 is her facial nerve. And this one, we're gonna ask Miss Smith to, she's already been talking, so I'm gonna ask her to smile. Frown. We're looking for symmetry. Puff your cheeks. Okay, so cranial nerve number 7 is intact, and that's her ability to be symmetrical when smiling, frowning, puffing her cheeks. The next one we're gonna check is cranial nerve number 8, which is her auditory nerve, and we're gonna check her hearing. But before we do that, I forgot to just say that her face is round, normal cephalic. I see no distortion or anything in the symmetry of her head and her face. So we're gonna check her auditory, and we're gonna use the rhyme the tuning fork to test her her hearing acuity. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask you to tell me when do you stop hearing the tuning of the fork. So I'm gonna put your hair back. Okay, so we check the left ear, now we're gonna check the right. Okay, and now we're gonna check it on our forehead. Okay, and the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna check her hearing with the whispered word. I'm gonna stand behind Miss Smith. I'm gonna ask her to cover her left ear. I'm gonna stand behind you. I'm gonna whisper something. You tell me what I say. Okay? For this one, I'm gonna go behind you and cover this ear up. On the wrong side. Yeah, on this side. Cover this ear up. Tell me what I said.
53.
Okay. Now we're gonna check the other ear.
76.
Okay, so we've tested our hearing, so cranial nerve number 8 is intact, which is her auditory hearing. The next one we're gonna check is cranial nerve number 9, which is her hypoglossal. We're gonna check it with, I have a sweet, I have 2 different tastes here, and I'm gonna test her to see her taste buds are intact. And this is what we're gonna use right here. She doesn't know what it is, but we're gonna do, I'm gonna ask her whether she tastes something sweet or sour as I put it in her back, her tongue. I'm gonna use a Q-tip for this one. They got your tongue for me. Okay, as she's doing that, I'm watching her uvula go up and down. That's also cranial nerve. Tell me what you're tasting. Do you taste anything? Sour. Okay, so she tasted something sour. That's one of my taste sensations that I have for her. The next one is going to be giving her something else to taste. We're still testing a hypoglossal. Open her. Okay, tell me what you taste. Sweet. So she tasted sweet. So that's 9. And for 10, we're going to test her ability to speak. We've already been listening to her speak, so cranial nerve number 10 is intact, and she's been able to verbalize, and I've already visualized her swallowing, but I will go to the back and check her swallowing from the back. Okay? So that's cranial nerve number 9 and 10, and cranial nerve number 11. I'm going to ask her to shrug her shoulders, push up. Okay, so cranial nerve number 11 is intact. And the next one is cranial nerve number 12, and I'm gonna ask her to stick her tongue out. And I'm looking for movement from side to side. And I was looking for any deviations as her tongue moves. So cranial nerve number 1 through 12 is intact. After we do that, I'm gonna palpate her sinuses. You tell me if you feel any pain. Anything? Okay. And in the ears, I'm checking her auricles to see if there are any nodules. If they're intact, I'm checking the color on her auricles, which they are intact. I'm bending the pinna back to see if it goes back, and it does. No nodules or anything. The color is symmetrical. I mean, the ears are symmetrical with the eye cancers. Her colors is the same color with her skin, the auricles. There are no nodules or anything, and her pinna is intact. So that's her ears. We did her sensory, we did her model. I'm gonna check her carotid. I'm gonna palpate it. I'm gonna check her neck, front, and left nose. Looking at her trachea, it's midline, no deviations noted. I'm gonna go to the back and test her swallowing. I'm gonna ask you to swallow for me. I'll get behind it. Swallow. Okay, so her trachea is midline. There's no palpable masses or anything like that. Her ability to swallow is intact. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna listen to her carotids. I'm gonna listen with the bell of the stethoscope when it breathes. Okay. Her carotids are within normal limits. The next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna listen to her heart sound. Okay, part S1 and S2 is audible. There's no bruit or no thrills noted. The next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna listen to her lungs. Take some deep breaths for me. Okay, her lungs are clear bilaterally. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask Ms. Smith to lie down, and I'm gonna start with her abdominal, her bowel sounds, and listen to her abdomen expected. Okay, I'm gonna use this sheet. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to inspect Miss Smith's abdomen. Okay, upon inspection, I see no visible signs of deformity, no breakdowns. It seems to be, the skin seems to be intact with normal coloration across the skin. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do light palpation of her abdomen. Okay, now I'm just going to palpate your abdomen. I'm looking for any abnormalities or feeling for abnormal, anything abnormal within the abdomen. Okay, light palpitation and reveal anything. I'm going to do deep palpitation. Therefore, I'm going to palpate the border of her liver, and then I'm going to palpate her kidneys on both sides. Okay, I'm just going to do a little deeper palpitation. Okay, now I'm going to actually take a deep breath in for me. Okay, I'm feeling the border of her liver. I just feel the very tip of it. Okay, and in order to feel that, I had to do, sort of breathe in. You can breathe out now. Okay, and everything is within normal limit. I feel no abnormal masses or anything in there. I'm going to palpate her liver, her kidneys now, using the duck method and breathe in. Okay, and I'm going to go to the other side. Okay, I'm going to ask Ms. Smith to bend her knees up for me. This is also checking range of motion as we have our knees bent. We're looking at the range of motion. Now let's try kidneys again. Okay. The left kidneys are palpated. And now we have the right kidneys palpated. Okay. From there, I'm going to listen to her breath sounds. Her bowel sounds. And I'm going to listen to her bowel sounds in all four quarters. Okay, Ms. Smith has active vowel sounds in all four quadrants. They are actually normal vowel sounds. And while we have her laying on the table, monthly patients should do self-breast examination. Ms. Smith, on a monthly basis, while you're in the shower or while you're laying in the bed, I'm gonna need you to just do some breast examinations. What you do is you take one hand and put it behind your head, dispense your breast like that, and check from a circular motion from outward all the way to the inner circle. And you're feeling for any abnormalities like nodules, anything like that. And then when you finish that one, then go on and do it in a circular motion and go all the way around until you get to the center. And this should be done monthly. Okay? So we're gonna use our sheet because we practice privacy, and so palpating her breasts, I feel no abnormalities on that side, going from outer to inner. Okay, so her breasts are good, and while we have on the table, we're gonna check her range of motion. So what I'm gonna do is can I just get this off of you? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just ask her to bend this leg for me, and we check in range of motion. Go up, okay. Bend it down, okay. Up, move it out, okay. Okay, good. Okay, up, down, stretch it out. Okay, so we've seen the range of motion. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, while we're here, we're gonna check this range of motion on her arms. bend it, stretch it out, lateral movement, and out, stretch, okay? Straight up, and stretch out, okay. So, okay, let's try the wrist, okay? Okay, you see she has full range of motion within the wrist. And so we're gonna check each finger. Okay. Wrist, full range of motion. Ms. Smith is doing it for me, so good. Okay, we have range of motion in our fingers. Okay, Ms. Smith, what I'm gonna ask you to do, I'm gonna ask you to touch each one as fast as you can for me. Okay, okay, with this hand. Touch, so touch. I think she's done this before. Okay, very good. So we checked her range of motion in her arms, we checked her range of motion in her wrists, in her fingers, and in her toes. Okay, let's check while we here. Let's check the range of motion in her feet, stretch your feet, in your ankle. Okay. Okay. Full range of motion in that foot. Okay, what about the toes? Let's see. And we also check in the capillary refill time in her toes, which is within normal limit. Checking her turgor. Her skin is good. Full range of motion in all of her toes, and the capillary refill time is good. While we're doing that, let's check the Babinski. And in the Babinski, we use our little hammer and we check for her Babinski. So okay, in an adult, your toe should point downwards, so her Babinski is good, within normal limit. And it's also within normal limit in our foot. If we were assessing a child, her feet, her toes should go upward. They should swing upward. And that's a positive Babinski, which is only normal with the child. So for this part, we're gonna ask Ms. Smith to sit up for me, and we're gonna check her reflexes. Okay, so, okay, good. Okay. Okay. Good. Okay, from there, we're gonna listen to her pulses. Let me see. We did her carotid already. Let's listen. A radial pulse. We listened to our carotid already. Popliteal. Radial pulse is good. Brachial pulse. Radial pulse. Popliteal. Okay. Okay, good. All of our pulses are within normal limit. Let's try your muscle strength. Squeeze my hand. Squeeze my hand. Okay. Okay, our muscle strength is equal. Push against me. Push, 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 push. Okay, good. Okay, lift your leg. Push. Good. Good. Okay, so we have assessed Ms. Smith from the top of her head to the sole of her feet. Everything is within normal limit. Trachea is midline. There's no deviation. Her head is normal, cephalic. Her eyes are constricting. Her pupils are constricting and converging. Her auricles are within normal limit in color. Her hearing is intact. Her breath sounds are clear. She have positive vowel sounds. She have full range of motions from her head to her foot. Her gait is within normal. She is awake, alert, oriented ×3. And Ms. Smith has a pleasant demeanor. She's dressed appropriately, so she's completely oriented. And this is the end of my head to toe assessment. Thank you, Ms. Smith. It was nice evaluating you today. Everything is within normal limit. Don't forget, on a monthly basis, I'm gonna need you to do your breast examination. If you're a male, you would have to test your testicles on a monthly basis also. And so this is just a part of your normal routine that you should practice monthly. And so that's it for Ms. Smith. It's been a pleasure. Thank you. Ms. Smith, I forgot to look in your ears. I know we're to the end of the exam, so thank you for being patient. So right now, I'm gonna just look in your ear canal. I'm gonna pull it up. Okay. Ear looks good without any build up. Whoa, sorry. Okay, the ear canal looks good. There's no build-up of wax or anything in it. So with that being said, I'm gonna just do one last thing. I'm just looking in your eyes one more time. I'm gonna just look at your pupils. I'm not sure whether I looked in them earlier or not, but I'll look in them again. Soon as I get this to working, Ms. Smith. Okay. All right, let's see. Okay, so her pupils are equal, reactive to light and accommodating. So that should be it for her head to toe assessment. I did check your thyroid when I was in the back. I looked at it. There is no masses or anything noted. Toe beds, the nail colors are lightly brown. I checked her capillary refill time. And that's it. Everything looks wonderful.
Okay.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.